Day 866. It's 6:53 a.m. I just got off of my morning call. It went 53 minutes long. It was so good. Just God just revealed something amazing. We were talking about humility and what would it look like if you could take the people that you look down on and look up to them? Because we were talking about pride, and in the Bible, the definition of pride is exalting yourself or lifting yourself above others. And so God gave me this thing is, what if today you looked at the people that you look down on and you took it from where you looked down on them to where you looked up to them? Because when you look down on someone, there's nothing that you can learn from them. Your mind is closed off to learning anything from them because you look down on them. But if you look up to someone, you respect them, you learn from them, you're open-minded and open-hearted to them. So the challenge today is take someone that you look down on and do whatever you got to do in your mind to look up to them. So the person you look down on, look up to them and watch the blessing that God has waiting for you. Watch the lesson that God has waiting for you. Watch the wisdom that God has for you, and elevating that person above yourself. Not just the same level as yourself, because there's still pride in that, but elevating them above yourself. Because Jesus was a master at humility. That's why he hung out with the people that the world looked down on. The prostitutes, the tax collectors, the fishermen. Those are the people he spent most of his time with. The people that most of the world looked down on. And so, yeah, that was just like, whoo-wee. It was powerful. There's so much gold in these morning calls that God is just giving us. And it's crazy because, like, I got out here with 1 minute to spare because it took me so long to walk over here because my legs are so freaking sore. And I wasn't really sure exactly what I was going to say. And I thought, oh, this will be a 15-minute call. This will be 15 minutes. And it was almost an hour because God just showed up and just started giving us wisdom. So, yeah, it's just amazing. It's like, yeah, it's crazy how much value is coming from these morning calls. And I just imagine how much we're all going to transform by being on these calls. And it's so amazing. My mom is on the calls and she just shared like some mind-blowing realization with all of us. And it was just like, because we were talking about, what do you use to elevate yourself above other people? What do you use to make yourself better than other people? And she mentioned the things that she's gone through. She's had a really hard life, and she uses that to make herself feel better than other people. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I do the same thing. You know, I look at the life and things I've gone through and the challenges I've gone through, and I use that to make myself better than other people. And so this week is going to be challenging because God is checking our hearts. Like, he is really checking our hearts. And in order for us to step into our greatness, he's got to reveal the darkness. And so many of us on this call were realizing, wow, we're so evil. Like, it's just a reality. We are so freaking evil. We are so messed up. And God's going to reveal that. But it's better that he reveals it to us now while we're down here than discovering it when we're up here, when he's got us, you know, wildly successful and impactful and joyful and thoughtful and all these different things. It's so much better to learn this now than to discover that darkness then, because it will be so much harder to destroy it when we're at that level. So, yeah, it's just crazy because I expected last night I'm going to be talking about greatness, and then I pray God gives me a Bible verse, and we're talking about darkness and the darkness that's in us. So it's just incredible. I'm so glad I'm just giving this to God and giving it to God and giving it to God. It's just, yeah, it's amazing.